morning, good afternoon, and/or good evening. What is going on? And welcome to the Mac Files. What are we going to talk about today, Mac? Well, stay a while and listen. So we all know that we are long overdue for new character models, as they are getting quite outdated compared to the newer ones. As you can see here, the orc emotes are quite simplistic and jagged. However, we can see here that Pandaren ones are extremely detailed and have a lot more facial movement and animation in them. Blizzard has confirmed that they do have a team working on new character models, but we don't know when they would be ready or implemented. Now we can all agree that we would like to see more updated and polished models with a higher polygon count. However, there is something else I would like to see in addition to new character models. What might this be, you ask? Alternative character models. Now these are models that races have that are already in-game and are ripe for the picking. Okay, so right now in-game we have one character model per race that we can play, but every race that we play also has other models that we do see in-game already. What I am getting at is I would like to see every current race be able to choose the character model of the race they would like to play. I think this would be a phenomenal addition to the game because not only will it increase personal customization and individuality, but it also makes use of the other various models already there and gives players more to choose from cosmetically. What are these alternative character models of which you speak? Well, I shall share with you what they are. For example, humans right now play as the generic human we see all the time. However, they have other human models that we could possibly choose from. One of these models is that of the Defias Brotherhood Rogues. They also have a fatter and thinner human model, as well as the peasant human. For dwarves, we play as the Bronzebeard dwarf, but there can also be the inclusion of the Wildhammer and Dark Iron dwarves, as they are now included in the Alliance, so I don't see why we wouldn't be able to play as them. Also, I think it would be pretty cool to be able to play as an Iron/Earthern dwarf as well. For gnomes, we can have mecha gnomes. Hell, why not? I think that's just the thing gnomes need to have that extra oomph of badass, because honestly, they do kinda lack in that aspect. Not saying I don't like gnomes, but come on, they're kinda cute and it's hard to take them seriously sometimes, and being a mecha gnome would be pretty sweet. Night Elves don't really have any alternative character models, but Blizzard could be creative. However, maybe a Malfurion kind of Night Elf where the effects of the Emerald Dream leak in, perhaps? Draenei. Okay, for Draenei, I think it would be great to be able to play as the Broken Draenei. Now that being said, they currently are using the Tauren character model. However, they could probably tweak this like they did with the Goblins, who originally had the Dwarf character model prior to Cataclysm. Worgen are of course the newer race, so they are pretty good when it comes to that high polygon count. However, they could also have alternative models. One of them being perhaps a more polished and customizable version of the original Worgen model. For orcs, we have Maghar orcs, Mok'Nathal orcs, Dragonmaw, Blackrock orcs. Fel orcs, they would be pretty cool, but they've been too corrupted by fel magics and are very hostile to the other races, so the inclusion of them is unlikely. We can see that Garrosh's model is a lot more smooth and detailed. Also, the new Thrall orc model would be a really cool model I would love to see included. Trolls, we got a ton of character models there. Of course, we got the Forest, Jungle, Ice, Sand Fury trolls. We also have that Buffer troll model, as well as the Zandalari troll model, which I would definitely want to play as. Undead or the Forsaken have some pretty cool models to choose from. Why not play as a skeleton? However, most of the undead models are drastically different from the Forsaken and may be harder to implement, such as ghouls or geists, but still a possibility. Tauren have been discovered to have ancestors such as the Tonka and Yongbol, and that would be a great addition to the Tauren family. Blood Elves, like the Night Elves, don't really have any drastically different character models, but once again, Blizzard could just be creative with them. Goblins might be able to be Gill Goblins or Hobgoblins, as we see in Vashj'ir, and their Hob counterparts, but of course a smaller version of the Hobgoblins, because they are kind of on the large side usually. And finally, we have the Pandaren, who have just been added, so they have the most polished and updated model, as well as no alternative models in-game at the moment, so Blizzard might be able to be creative and play around with them. Now the thing is, all of these models are in-game already, so it would just be a matter of implementing and polishing them and making sure all the armor pieces work and whatnot. Personally, I would love to see these new models, rather than any other additional races they might add. I think we should get the older ones looking pretty badass first. And that is all for this video. If there are any other models I may have missed or been unaware of, send me a link to a picture or video of them in the comments below. Lastly, the Siege of Orgrimmar raid has been fully opened for a while now, so everyone has had their fair shot to get in and see that raid. For my next video, I am going to share with you my reactions about the ending cinematic, how this affects the lore, and what we're going to see next. So until next we meet, this is MacFiles signing off. Take care.